So here we are after creating the blog pages. After that we need to create our category pages. So for now we will create all the single category pages. So like if I go to drone category, we should have the page for the drone. So right now we do not have, so let's create that. So for that we need to go to our first of all we need to go to our templates and create a page for that. So let's get a new file in our templates with the name of single category.js. So single category.js. So this will be the file for our single category. And here for now let's get a functional component and let's rename this and let's set that single category. So after that let's go to our Gatsby node.js. So here we need to first of all we need to get the path for this file. So this is what we already did. So here you can see that this will be almost similar what we did for the single blog post. So we need to get the template, we need to query, and we need to create the single pages, as you can see. So let me copy this line and paste it here. And now instead of a single blog template, it will be single category template. And also we need to change the source for it. So single category, like that. And we need to actually reload the server whenever we change the Gatsby node. So for now let's close the server because we still need to modify this file. So here after that let's query all the sanity category. So for that we can write it here. So after that we can say all sanity category, and here we need to get all the nodes, and for each of the nodes I will get the ID, I will get the slug, and inside the slug I will need the current. So that's it. Now whenever we will query beside this blog, we will also query the category. So now from the result of this query we need to get the category equals to we need to get the result data all sanity category dot nodes. So we will get all the categories, and after that we need to loop through each of our categories and we need to create the page. So single category pages. So here let's map through. So categories dot map, and for each of our category what we will do, so we will create the page. So create page, and here we need to pass the object where we need to say that the path. So the path will be simple. We will create it inside the category, and inside the categories actually IES here. So inside the categories we will have the slug of our each category. So we can say category dot slug dot current. So that's it for our slug, and after that we need to provide the component. So component, and this will be the path for the component, and we already have the path. So single category template, so that's the path name. And here I think okay, instead of capital S it should be as small as single category template, and that's it. So after that we need to provide the context. So for the context we will pass the ID. So ID will be so category dot ID. So that's it. And okay, so here as you can see that whenever we are using map, it is expecting us to return. So instead of map, let's use the for each, because we do not wanna return anything from here. So as you can see that it is fine. Now we have all of our single categories. So whenever we will reload the server right now, we will also have the single category pages. So let's see. So let's rerun the server, and it should create all the single category pages. Okay, I think we are having some error here. So here it is, it should be all sanity categories. So let's save that. I think we need to reload the server, so let's do that. So the server is up and running, and now if I refresh, I should see the drone page. As you can see that we can see the drone page because all the single category pages are created. So for the drone, we should see this text as you can see here in the single category page. So we'll have first of all page space. So page space, and here we will say the top will be the 80, and also the bottom will be the 100 pixel, and we need to import page space from components page space. So after that, inside this page space, we need to get the single category style. So single category style, so we need to get that. So once we have the styles, now inside this style, let's get d with the class of container. So d with the class of container, and inside that we will have the, first of all, let's get the SEO. So SEO, and here let's pass the title, and for the title I will say that so for now let's say that single category, and we need to get the SEO. So let's get the SEO. So import SEO from we need to go to the components and SEO. So here it is. Awesome. So if I save that, okay, here will be the bottom double T. So once we save that, we can see the title is changed. Now it is single category. So before we go further in this page, we need to query. We need to create the query for this single category. So let's create the query. So we'll do a page query. So export constant, so query and GraphQL. So this is a page query. So for the page query, it is expecting us to get a GraphQL query from this page. So that's what we are doing. We are exporting this GraphQL query, and for the benefit of this page query, you can accept dynamic value like argument in this query. So that's what we will do. We will get this argument from this context, as you can see. So this is where the page query will come handy. Whenever you will actually use any kind of arguments in your query, dynamic value in your query, you can use page query. In the static query, you cannot use dynamic value. Let me actually show you instead of saying that. So query single category. So this is the name, and here we will have the value, dynamic value. So we are saying that we are expecting an argument. So this will be the string, and the name will be the ID. And inside this, so all sanity category, and here we will say that we will grab the sanity category which ID will match with our ID. So which ID will equal EQ, so equal with our ID. So we will say like that, $ID. So after that, inside each of our category, we'll grab the title for the category, and also the raw description and cover image. And for the cover image, we will grab the asset, and inside the asset we will have the Gatsby image data, and also after the asset we will get the alt text inside this cover image. So once we have that, we will also grab all sanity blog beside this sanity category. Here we will also say that we will filter and here the category element match. So element match, and we will say that we want to match with the field ID, and it will be equal to the ID that we have. So this is a little bit longer. So here what we are saying is simply all 70 blocks, and we do not want to have the all 70 blocks. We want to have only those blocks which have the categories ID, the ID that we are looking for. So inside this we will have the nodes, and for each of our nodes we will have the ID. So title and the publish date, slug, current, and also we need the categories for. So this is the single blog category that we want. So inside the category we want the same thing, the title, slug, and the current. We do not want this semicolon, sorry, comma. So after that we also wanna have the cover image here. So after that, after the categories here, for each of our blog we also need the cover image here. So cover image, so alt and the asset and the Gatsby image data. So that's it. So that's a long query. So let me say it once again. So first of all, we are querying the category. So we want to query the category which have the ID that we are looking for. So after that we want to query the blog. So we are querying the blog. So there will be lots of blogs. So we want to show only those blogs which have the ID of the category that we are looking for. So that's it. So from inside the blog we want to have all of this. So that's it. So this is all for the blogs, and this is all for our single category. And let me actually get this data, and for that we will get it from the prop here. So we will get that here, and we can now console log the data and see what we are having. So if I come here and open my, if I open my console, I should see it here. So if I open it, so here you can see we don't want to open the prototype. So here if you can see that we are having all 70 blog, and also we are having 70 category, as you can see. So awesome. So let's use those data. So first of all, destructure the category from this data. So category equals to, and we can say data dot sanity category, and after that we need to destructure the blocks that is linked with this category. So data dot all sanity blocks, blog will be so nodes. So now we have the categories and the blocks. After that we can use those. So for the categories, let's say that we wanna use the category title for the SEO. So let's do that. So instead of having this, we'll say category dot title, and we should see the drone here. So as you can see, it is not drone. So after that, let's go to our page header, and we need to import that. So import page header. So awesome. And after that, inside the page header we need to pass the title. So the title will be category dot title, and also the class name for this page header will be the page header, and that's it. So inside this page header also we need to pass here we need to pass the my portable text. So let's do that. So my portable text, so this T should be capital, so text like that. And inside this portable text we need to pass the value. So the value will be, so the value will be the category dot raw description, right? So category dot raw description, like that. And we need to import this my portable text. So import my portable text from, we need to go to the components and my portable text, like that. So once we have that, if I save, let me actually see. So we are having this, and after that we need the category image, so which will be the Gatsby image, because this is a dynamic image. So we can use the Gatsby image here, where we need to pass the image. This will be category dot cover image dot asset dot image data, so the Gatsby image data. And we need to get this Gatsby image from Gatsby plugin image. So once we have that, we can see the Gatsby image. So we want to actually have this image in the background. So for that, all we need to do is we need to provide a class name. So class name will be cover image. So once we do, so we cannot see it here because in the small device we actually we remove this Gatsby image. So if I go to the large device, we should see it. So whenever I go to the large device, I can see it. It is already added in the background. So this Gatsby image, and also in this Gatsby image, we need the alt tag, which will be coming from category dot cover image dot alt. So that's it. So after that, after this header, we will show the list of blog posts which is actually related to this category. So let's actually show those, and it is very simple. After this page header, we will use the blog grid that we already have. So blog grid, and here we need to pass the blocks, and we already have the blocks, which is this, and we will pass it here. And we need to import this blog grid. So import blog grid, and we need to go to the components and blog and blog grid. So that's it. Once we have that, it should be fine. Let me refresh. So here it is. We can see the blog, these two blog, and if you notice, these two blog are actually having the category drone, because we are now in the drone category. So that's it, which means our single category is working fine. So let's go to our home. So let's try one more. So let's go to the development. So if I go to the development, I can see it is working, and also I can see all the blog post is having the category development, which means it is working perfectly fine. Our query is working perfectly fine. It is grabbing all the blogs which have the same ID that we are looking for in this single category. Awesome. Now we are done with our single category page, and after that, the next thing we'll do is the list page for the category.